Welcome to 239. And beyond. Hey, listen, we've got a wonderful show today. Looking out, trying to figure out where the camera is. Opening up with Anthony Gassaro, the one and only Anthony Gassaro with the national anthem. Always great to play that song, especially at the kickoff. We've got Wildlife Wednesday. And listen, we had a tragic event here, and we're going to talk about it. So I just want everybody to understand that nothing that we say today is going to definitely go against Mr. Robert Markle, who lost his life to a bear attack out off 29 here in Collier County. But we're going to talk a little bit about wildlife, and I know we've talked about it in the past. We've kind of had some fun exchanges, myself and Patrick. And we're going to continue those exchanges because we're going to talk about, hey, we live in Florida. You know, it's a place where we live, and you know, it can be dangerous. So just want to bring those up. But let me go ahead and bring in. Oh, first I want to introduce who we're going to have today. We're going to have Kevin Wilkinson, and then we're going to have Valentina Mezier. She is going to come in and tell us a little bit about what she does, and also Kevin as well. But yeah, so Patrick. Welcome aboard, brother. Are you going good today? I know you're going to be looking for some big apology and, you know, sorry and all this stuff. And, you know, come a little bit closer to me. You're over there off the side. Come on over a little bit. Come on over.
Yeah,
don't touch me. Square up on the camera.
Don't touch me.
Come on over.
I'm just waiting for my apology, Tim.
Yeah, well, you know, your apology is probably not going to happen today. So, or probably ever. Well, because I really don't know what you want me to apologize about. I like your shirt, though, by the way.
Thank you. Thanks for, we got the memo today to match.
You got the memo?
239 Live.
Yeah, 239 Live.
So in all seriousness, you know, so condolences to the gentleman that lost his life, as well as the dog.
Robert Markle.
Mr. Markle. Obviously, I'm a dog lover, dog owner, so hate to hear that tragedy happen, but... So I guess take this story back a little bit because we've had this debate, even got a Commissioner Castro kind of involved in on it. So going back, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, something like that. You know, I was going to, because Tim, you spin that story completely different than how it happened. But so about 6, 7 months ago, go into my car, you know, on my phone, it's per usual, so not really paying attention because it's just going to my car to get something about 8:30 at night, and there's a bear right by my car, and it literally probably 8 feet from me, maybe 6. And you know, I ran. They got crap for running. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Freaking do cartwheels or go and freaking try to scare off the bear, which makes zero sense to me. So fight or flight, took off, and you know, going through my Rolodex, what do I do? Because the dumpster in the community was getting destroyed. So we knew probably had a bear hanging around. And the bear just hung out by my car, too, so it's not like it ran off. So I said, you know, this could be a danger to the community. Could hurt someone. So I'm worried about my fellow citizens. And I called my friend, Mr. Timmy G, Chief of Operations, Collier County Sheriff's Office, 30 years, right? Collier County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, 28, the Sheriff's Office, and FWC, not FWC as it is today, Florida Marine Patrol, but yeah.
Yeah, so
a little bit about
you're
critters.
An expert. Yeah. I'm sure you've gotten calls or questions about wildlife, what to do. So I call a friend. I phone a friend. I use my lifeline. I phone a friend, Timmy G. Hey, there's a bear. What do I do? You know? And Tim just laughs and says, oh, bears don't attack people. What's the big deal? And just kind of brushed me off and said, Tim said, bears never attacked or killed a person. I said, till they do, till it actually happens.
Okay.
And
okay.
It's happened.
Okay.
Here we are.
Well, let me ask you this.
Again, it's not a laughing matter.
Yeah, no, everybody out there that has seen a bear running around their community, if you lived in Florida for any period of time, you've seen bears. I've walked outside and seen bears. Well, if it's the first one you saw, maybe it's a little bit more of a shakeup. Correct. But we know that it's like saying, listen, I saw a deer in the backyard. I saw a bear in the backyard. I saw a gator in the backyard. you know,
It wasn't the backyard. It was by my car.
well,
In
yeah,
the
but
parking lot.
well, that's kind of what happens. But the reality
It wasn't
is,
in the woods.
this is what you're supposed to do, Patrick. I want to go ahead and show this video real quick, and I really need you to see this, and I really want you to watch what these young ladies did, and I think it's very, very important you do it.
You snuck a
you
reel
do it
in
just
there
like
on me,
this.
huh?
You do it just like this.
Yeah.
This is what you should do, Patrick.
Oh, yeah.
You stand still.
Stand still.
You don't move. You let the bear sniff you. Okay, and then maybe they'll give you a little push. But take a look at this.
So you would just stand there with the bear?
Hold it. Let's. So if you notice, this girl's doing a very nice job.
This is probably a common thing.
But
This is probably
watch.
somewhere in Bangkok.
This is what you're supposed to do. Look, the bear is giving you a little hug. I mean, come on now.
Is that real?
Watch the bear. Watch the bear goes to leave, and the other girl's like, "Oh, should I run? What should I do?"
Take
the bear
off.
wants to come back again. Little nudge in
nudge.
the leg.
Oh,
No big
There we
deal, right?
look at the other girl just pretend like she's just watching nature.
Yeah. So the reality is,
The reality is, you just stand
Patrick,
there.
that's what you need to do. That's what
Okay.
you need to do. And you don't have to run, and you don't have to call the sheriff's office, and the
I
sheriff's
didn't
office
call the
is
sheriff's
busy.
office.
Well, but you called
I
me.
did.
You
I
called
did.
me.
And
you wanted advice.
Color.
Real quick for the viewers out there, what is Patrick supposed to be doing?
I didn't call 911.
Lewis, good morning. Renato, how's it going,
and
brother?
I couldn't get through to Florida Fish and Wildlife.
Bears,
FYI.
Battlestar Galactica. But yeah, I think today is like
Patrick
Battlestar
Dearborn in the house.
Mhm.
Good morning, Patrick Dearborn.
Patrick Dearborn in the house. We got a lot.
I
We
could
got
say
a lot of people
I
watching
could say
right now
Patrick
today.
Dearborn today.
Yeah.
It's not Friday,
Yeah.
so we're good.
Um,
What would you do, Pat? Pat would probably freaking body slam it and then do a cold plunge with it.
mhm.
Saw Patrick.
I think Patrick could probably outrun a bear. He's pretty good. And then you got Renato says
Thank you,
he
Renato.
saw
I'm
a Pat Gyra
I'm
train
trying to
video.
get
I
like
think he can take the bear.
yeah. No, I'm trying to get like you, buddy. I'm trying to get like you.
But there's a lot of wild animals out there in our estates area.
Especially in Collier County.
Yeah,
a lot of wild
let's
animals.
take a little look. This guy,
a lot of wild animals.
another video. We got some more bear videos coming up, but I kind of wanted to bring this one up because this is kind of something we're seeing a little bit now here in Collier County. A lot of people are recording what they're finding out there, so that's a good one.
People got phones.
Yeah, they got phones, but
and I just yoinked this beautiful 12-foot Burmese python. Later, I found this eastern diamondback rattlesnake.
Another
a very
diamondback.
important Keystone native species.
Hate snakes.
Check out this handsome creature. This
Little
is
turtle.
a shell turtle. This palliated woodpecker is
great
chowing
shot.
down on some
Little
termites.
woodpecker.
I think I
Love
saw
seeing
that
these guys out here.
7-Eleven
I
this
just
morning.
ripped this python out of the bushes. He's going down.
a lot of
Yoink.
pythons in
No
the.
more native wildlife for
I
you.
know. Is that in these
This
states?
yellow rat snake is thanking
Yeah,
me with some
they're on
kisses
the
for pulling him out of the road just in time. This python thought he could escape me by getting in the water, but I got him just in time. Now tell me where that 20-footer is. We're gonna get that 20-footer, I
Those
promise. This swamp
pythons.
puppy's smiling because
It's
he's
a
happy
problem.
to see me. That's
Just so you know, these pythons are everywhere now in the
I know.
estates.
Well,
And,
they found one at Isles of Collier.
obviously Owls of Collier.
They found Fiddler's Creek. They're
You got-
roaming around.
Yeah, you get all. I mean, they're pretty much everywhere. A few more of
And
these
right
gators.
here we have an American crocodile. You can tell it's an American crocodile by the way it is. Ooh, what do we got here? Yoink. This is a beautiful native
guy,
salt marsh snake.
Now, would
Had
you
quite
pick up
the
a
hike.
snake? Would you pick up a snake if you didn't know what it was? Or
I wouldn't pick up anything crawling around. I mean, I don't, especially not a snake.
I mean,
Anything slithering around? You crazy?
Seeing these guys out here. Check out this honker.
It's
this
a
is
cool one.
massive veiled chameleon.
Wow.
Yoink. Oh, he's not coming off. I ended up getting the yoink on this stud.
This
and
guy,
he is big. Check out the beautiful colors on this
You
painted
get
bunting.
bitten.
so it's good to get a little bit of a look at what we have out in the area.
Wildlife. A lot going on in the Everglades.
And yeah, there is. So let's go back to our discussion. Okay, so
Yep.
we know that there's bears, and I'm not suggesting that. Hey, listen, don't call up or find out how you can get rid of these bears, but I would say probably the best thing to do is obviously get in the house, which you did.
Yep.
And you called me
quick,
to
quick.
find out
Got
what
in the house
what we
quickly.
probably should do. But the big thing on this is, how far do you go when you see something that's in the backyard or somewhere out in your parking lot, and that's kind of supposed to be there? I don't know.
It's not supposed to be hanging by your car. This is a dense populated community, Tim, and it's going, roaming the neighborhood. So I'm a little concerned for the people in the neighborhood. A lot of older people. So, I made a call. Don't worry. I called someone that pointed me in the right direction, since Timmy G just laughed at me. And I got, some other friends that.
I mean, Pat.
Shout out to the Collier County Sheriff's Office and fine people working there currently.
And they are, and they're
currently
great. So, but the big thing is like, when is it appropriate to call? We always would like to get a call when working at the sheriff's office. We wanted to get a call, but there's some things that are inherited to.
So Florida Fish and Wildlife couldn't get through to that phone number. So then I was instructed to call the non-emergency number.
Right. And hey, there's a bear outside by my car.
And mind you, now,
just want to let you know.
And for the record, not one, not two, but 3 police officers told me to call I didn't stop at 1 after the second and third. All right, maybe I should call the non-emergency number and report it so no one gets hurt, no one gets killed.
Just your friend at 10:30. I guess a little bit was that 11:30 at night.
It was like 9:30.
Yeah. Hey, what do I do about this bear outside? Get inside. That's what you should do.
Inside.
And then there was another debate on whether or not bears hurt people, which they do. But there has never been a killing.
And what did I say, though?
Killing on record.
What did I say at the time?
Well, you said
until there is.
Until there is. Of course, it's like anything else.
Bound to happen, right?
Bound to happen. I could trip on a curb and fall and, probably, have brain injury in my parking lot. But yeah, it's everything is bound to happen at some point.
Yeah, well, but with the bear population or bear problem becoming more and more evident, no fault to the bears, because obviously all the construction in Collier County, these poor bears don't have anywhere to go. So I think you'd have more contact with humans, and something like this is more likely possibly to happen. Now, this happened, out in an area where it's not as populated, and we don't know the whole story yet, right?
I think there's a little bit. There's a little bit to be determined. Got a little story here, real quick. Kind of want to play this one.
Officials have captured and killed 3 bears near the remote community of Jerome here in Collier County after Monday's deadly attack on an elderly man and his dog.
FWC officers were still on scene Tuesday at the property where officials believe an 89-year-old man and his dog were mauled to death by a black bear. The attack happened early Monday morning off State Road 29. FWC telling Fox 4 they searched through the night and ended up killing 3 male black bears that may be connected to the attack.
We have 3 bears that were killed by FWC personnel last night. DNA samples
3
from the
bears
scene
were connected to one attack.
The 3 bears have been sent to Gainesville for
We'll
testing.
talk about this here.
The results of the DNA
Sounds
testing.
gang related.
The family of the victim, now identified as Robert Markell, did not want to speak on camera, and officials say it's not clear what Markell was doing when the bear attacked. What we do know is deputies responded on Monday morning after the man's daughter saw the bear attack and kill the family dog. When they arrived, they found the man's body nearby.
Okay, here's the thing. Right now, what they've done is there's a bear that has attacked a man and his dog.
Right.
And what they've done is they went out and said any bear within the area is fair game. So please give us some comments on that, your thoughts on that. Should the Bears hey Joe,
sounds like
hey Robert
gang activity or something.
Yeah, I mean, how should that be handled? I mean,
I don't know. You tell me.
If you think about it, the Bears in its territory, living in its place.
It's really, it's a shame.
I mean,
and we're not trying to make light of the situation, but yeah, I mean, that now it's basically open hunting season on bears in that area. It sounds like. So they don't really know which particular bear.
No, they don't know which particular bear. What they're gonna do is supposedly take them to Gainesville, do DNA testing, and I have no reason to believe that the FWC is doing anything incorrectly.
Of course not.
But I think there's that panic, and they want to make sure that these attack bears aren't out there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Should you bring the bear in for questioning? I mean,
well, they should. They bring it in, but when it's dead, it's really.
That's what I'm saying.
You got no question.
Bears have due process.
And then it seems to be like a common element. I think most of the bear attacks have been related to animals and pets and things like that.
Yeah.
239-777-6717.
I'm scared.
239-777.
We have a call in now, and we have our first call. Shout out to Patrick Dearborn at T Clinic. Say what's up to our friend Jeff Delaney. Pat said he's at T Clinics.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit nervous.
I'm
about-
nervous
I'm a
too.
little bit
Get
nervous
ready to
about,
hang up.
yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about our
Caller.
caller. Who do we have on the line? Who's calling in?
Don't be nervous. It's just Melanie.
Hey, Melanie, how are you doing?
morning, Melanie.
Don't be nervous, she said.
I'm
so
good.
we have Melanie.
We're more
on the
nervous than
line.
you are.
I'm so glad. Yeah, we don't know how we're going to do it if we get some of those wild calls that come in. So, Melanie, what do you got? What's your thoughts on this? Tell us how this is going to go.
I mean, we all know that the media loves to push whatever narrative suits their agenda at the time. So right now it's the builders against all the conservationist groups trying to keep Florida land as natural as possible,
Right.
instead of building all the courses and communities for the snowbirds. So there's a lot of pushback there. And there's a group that started buying up big pieces of land for the Florida Panthers just to have somewhere to be. The problem is that the hunt of the bears was so mismanaged. They
Okay.
were supposed to kill 40 bears, and they killed 114 in just 24 hours.
Wow. How did that get mismanaged? I mean, did they gave out too many tags, or how does that work?
They allowed whoever to come shoot the bears, and it was recorded. And they put these laws in place to appease people and make it seem like it's not that bad, saying, well, we're not going to kill lactating moms and we're not going to kill cubs. But none of that was enforced.
Right, because realistically, if you're shooting at a bear, you're not going to know, those things, right?
You're not going to get close.
Yeah, and they just really don't care. So, it's important to support the local nonprofits that we have here. There's Octagon Wildlife Sanctuary. I think they have 7 bears. They're in Punta Gorda across from Babcock Ranch. And maybe, instead of taking your kids to the zoo, go to somewhere like that, because they're rescuing the bears and, giving them a place to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's great. What's your, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you probably gonna ask the same question. What's your thoughts on this current situation, Melanie? What happened with the bear attack?
The guy had his dog chained outside
Mhm.
with the dog food, I'm sure. So that's one of the rules that Florida Fish and Wildlife says not to do, because you're tracking the bears. Keep your trash secure, put it out the morning of, don't leave it out for days,
Mm-hmm.
things like that, to avoid these situations. We don't know this man's mental state and if he was feeding the bear every day and the bear knew where to go,
Yeah, no, absolutely, and more details are coming out in the story. So, yeah, it's just a shame because like I said, with all the development, these poor animals basically, they don't have nowhere to go. Again, granted, this was a more isolated area, but I just think that this is going to probably be more of a common thing with the buildup and bears roaming around, more contact with humans and obviously animals as well, pets.
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing, Melanie, and you probably will agree, I did some wildlife enforcement in my first stages of my law enforcement career. I think what's going to happen now is you're going to get phone calls and you're going to get people that are going to be concerned. And do you, in your opinion, do you feel that it's probably going to be a situation where maybe citizens and law enforcement may overreact? You think that might happen?
I don't think they're overreacting. I mean, if you think about if a person commits a crime, right, you're not going to go out and kill 3 random people that look like that person. I mean, it's not really justifiable. I think there should be non-tethering laws, because if that were enforced, then this situation probably wouldn't have happened if the guy wasn't leaving his dog outside with the food,
Yeah, I guess let me clarify.
I think Fort Myers does have non-tethering laws, but I don't think Naples does.
Yeah, let me clarify. So when I said overreacting, I mean, do you think they're overreacting, shooting all these other bears in the area, or do you think that?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of what I
Or
was.
do they stop? Are they going to stop now?
Yeah, I mean, where is?
Well, you might know, even after we have a major hurricane, they show up with rifles to the sanctuary. The sanctuary is privately owned, 501c3. The owner lives there on the property. And they show up with rifles ready to kill any animals that might have gotten loose. And it's those aren't your animals to kill. We'll handle it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 10-foot fence. Why are you showing up with guns? They're just gung-ho about killing anything.
Well, I think what happens is the public and law enforcement, having been in law enforcement, we respond to what the public's feelings are. And I think that what happens is the public is in concern, so they feel that law enforcement has to react, and I got to find out which bear it is. But the reality is, the bear's being a bear, and there's probably not one bear that would do just that. What happened, and I don't know if we'll ever really know the whole full story. But when you see a bear in your backyard, what would you do?
Leave it alone. I mean, I work at Calusa Pines, the golf course here. It's a private golf course. There's gators and bears and everything roaming around there. And nobody messes with it, and they don't mess with us.
Nice golf course.
Yeah, no, it's
behind
my house. Yeah. Well, I came home one night and every garbage can, and of course me, I thought kids were playing around, but every garbage can in my community, which is right there by Calusa Pines, was knocked down. So it. It didn't take long to figure out, the bear's been going through the garbage can. So, I kind of look at it as like, hey, let the bears be. Do you need to call somebody? Maybe let somebody know if there's kids around the school. But if you walk out your garbage can in the middle of the night and there's a bear there, I mean, I wouldn't, be waking up my best friend, at late hours of the night to worry about it, because we do live in Florida.
Get a little freaked out though.
Right, and there is bear mace that reaches really far.
Bear bait?
There's bear mace.
Oh, bear mace. Yeah, Pat. Why don't you have
mace?
bear mace? Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, now I know there's bear mace, huh? Does that work?
Melanie,
you gotta get close enough to mace it though. Who's gonna get?
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's so awesome you called in. Anything else to add? I mean, obviously we're going to be watching this story pretty closely. Donald Day, who's a good friend of mine, he's going to do a podcast coming right up. He called me last night and said, hey, listen, I want to get on and do a little podcast, because a lot of people don't know that there has been a recent law back, I think it was 2024, June of last year, that Governor DeSantis signed and said that you can shoot a black bear there's quite a few little caveats there if these certain things are met. In other words, if you're in fear for your life or someone else's life, and your dog, your animal, things like that. So there are some things in play. I don't think this happens too often, but what happens, I feel that when one of these incidents do occur, then people do get a little bit panicky and let the bear, especially out off 29. If you're aware where this happened, this thing is bear country. This is where bears live.
Yeah.
So
what do you think about the python
problem?
Well,
I mean, the Florida Panthers almost went extinct, right, in the 70s, and then they had to bring the Texas mountain lion to make this hybrid panther that we have now. So are they going to wait until it's too late, where there's 100 bears left, and then we're like scrambling to try to rescue them to save the ecosystem? It's like, it doesn't need to be done.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Are you for python hunting?
I'm not a reptile person. I don't know. Yeah. They're invasive, right?
Correct.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad because it's not their fault that somebody brought them here.
Right.
But yeah.
And the problem with them, they lay like 400 eggs, right? I mean, they freaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the
python. I'm not an advocate for pythons.
And the pythons are actually, the last time, think about it, I used to drive to Miami on a regular basis, and every time I drove to Miami, I'd see some sort of roadkill. Something would be dead on the road. Now, if you think about it, there's nothing. From my understanding, there's hardly any animal life.
I used to see raccoons out all the time. Or raccoon.
Yeah, the Panthers are taking them out.
You think it's the Panthers, or you think it's the python?
Pythons.
Yeah.
Pythons. They may probably Panthers too, but yeah.
Yeah, you barely see any.
Those pythons are eating everything in the Everglades. So, but.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, Melanie, first caller of 239 Live. We debuted our call in today, and we appreciate you calling in.
All right, thanks, guys.
Have
keep
a good
calling,
day.
keep watching 239, and you can watch it live, replay at 239live.com. And anytime you want to come in by the studio, you can jump on too. So thanks, Melanie.
Thank you, Melanie.
We appreciate you.
So it sounds like she was very passionate about that issue.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, you know, we're an overreactive society. And, you know, you've had the first bear attack or killing in history, right? And on record in Florida. And, you know, it sparks kind of, you know, an outrage and people panic. That's what people tend to do.
and I think that's what happens too. And I understand it. Like, listen, you got kids.
Yeah, but like you said, the key is that happened out in an isolated area, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not like it happened in, Victoria Park.
Right,
You know?
right. Yeah, and I want to play one more video because a lot of this tends to be pet induced, and obviously we love our pets, we love our dogs, we
If
love
your
our
dog
animals.
was being attacked by a bear, would you say?
Well, that's what I'm going to ask you. I'm going to go ahead and play this. Please comment and give your thoughts on this video because this is kind of an interesting little bit here.
the heck is this guy? Oh, the dog? Quick thinking.
The dog's getting eaten now, but
Oh,
well, kind
was it a
of.
dog?
I mean, I don't really know what happened, but the dog. So we're gonna play this back one more time, but watch this. And what would you do? I want to see the comments. Would you jump in to try to save your animal,
your furry friend,
your furry friend with these with I'm gonna turn up just a little bit so we can hear it. Bear 3. Can turn it up a little bit, but we'll go ahead and play it back and see what your thoughts will be.
Is that
So the little dogs are there. Then the bear comes in.
A couple of little dogs, right?
Yeah, a couple little dogs, and I think the dogs maybe stayed in. One of them maybe went out.
Yikes!
Good thinking, though. I will tell him.
That was quick thinking, putting that bench there.
I will give him credit for that.
Yeah,
but yeah.
thought on the
So
fly.
what would you do? Would you protect your dog? Would you not? Sharon writes in, I feel they should have tranquilized the bears. Yeah, I think that would have been a good option, Sharon, without a doubt. I mean, that's a great idea because, I mean, how hard would it be to tranquilize them, get some, get a DNA test, and then send them up? That's great. Good morning, Drew.
Morning, Drew.
Chickabee's on. Buenos dias. Go Bears. The Bears Day.
They still have an NFL team, Chickabee? Are they still in the NFL?
Yeah, she's probably like, hey, the Bears.
The Bears.
That's a good question for Chickabee because I know she's a dog lover. Tag a pet for a vet.
Mm-hmm.
Great cause also, but tag a pet for a vet. What would you do, Chickabee? Would you jump in and fight a bear to save your dog? That's a big question right now.
Anybody? Would you save your pet? Would you?
Yeah.
Risk
save
your life
pet
to save
or your cat or whatever.
Well, your dog is
let
like
us know.
family, so
yeah. I mean, she's
saying
going
you have to
ouch. She's going out for the Bears.
Well, the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, the Bears.
The Bears. They haven't had a team since '85, but that's fine. I appreciate you being a loyal, passionate fan, Chickabee.
Chickabee. Yeah, she's a big pet lover. So yeah. We'll see.
Would you jump in to save your pet with a bear? I think I would. I mean, you don't really to make that call until something like that happens, but you act on instinct. And my dog Mason, that put down after 15 years, like super close to I would do everything I could to save him. So
yeah, and I don't think I would. Depends. I mean,
well, we know
if you think
you have no heart.
If you think you can get in there and jump in and make it,
difference. You got to make a decision at that point. Can you save the dog or is it too late? So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what I want to do now is obviously it's very important for and if you're interested in sponsoring, our show is getting better. We're working on a lot of things.
We got some great packages.
We're looking
available.
at some scheduling, some packages.
We got a good special going on if you want to jump on the 239 Live sponsorship. We had a couple sponsors really benefit already, and we're going to be introducing 239 Live to your business, where we're going to go to our sponsor's business and do a reel and have some fun. So if you are interested in sponsoring 239 Live, please reach out to myself or Tim, and we'd love to have you part of the family.
Yeah, and we're going to go and get to the businesses, get to people's stages, I guess. Oh, we got a few questions in here, too, before we get into that.
Okay.
I would definitely go after my dog. You'd go in there and Chickabee says, I'm going after the dog.
I believe her.
Yeah. Sugar Bowl Shuffle, baby. Yeah.
85.
We have a bear walking under our porch during
noon.
Yeah. Well, the bears do get out and get around. But
you got to get a little sun, got to get a little vitamin D. Got
Yeah.
all kinds of cars in the parking lot. What the heck's going on?
It's busy today. It's busy
Mhm.
today. Yeah, let's go ahead real quick. We want to definitely give our shout out to our sponsors. Let's crank it up.
Pay some bills.
Pay some
Guys,
bills.
let's
Let's give a big shout out to our show sponsors, Becker Custom Builders. Blake Becker and his team are always about luxury design, top-notch quality, and giving you the best experience imaginable. Becker Custom Builders are experts in building your dream kitchen, bathroom, or even making your outdoor kitchen area a reality. They will take your plain house and make it into a cozy, welcoming home. So if you're looking to upgrade your space, Becker Custom Builders is the only place to look. They've got you covered. Blake and his team have whipped up the studio in no time, and it's looking great. Remember, contact Becker Custom Builders.
Show is brought to you by Vanguard Partners, a consulting agency built for service-based business owners. If you've been giving away control of your success to marketing agencies, coaches, or even your accountant, it's time to take it back. Vanguard Partners was founded by Bryce, a business owner who owns 3 service-based companies himself. He'll teach you how to generate your own leads, create offers customers actually want, and manage your cash, percentages, and key performance indicators so you're not stuck guessing what's next. Visit Now Trade Money Biz Profit to book a free call and get your business back on track.
Very excited to share news about our great affiliate product, CellFit. CellFit is the first and only therapeutic enzyme that utilizes breakthrough cellular technology to make every cell in your body stronger and healthier. The benefits people are seeing are incredible. Pain is gone. Sleep is better. Energy is increased. Clarity is sharpened. Memory is enhanced. Skin is more clear and radiant. It's 100% bioavailable, which means it starts working right away. It's 100% natural and definitely no junk from China. Get fit from the inside out.
China.
And get yours today at getselfit.com.
Hey, Patrick, did you take your self-fit today? We're just making sure Patrick's taking care of what he's supposed to be taking. And, yeah, that's very important. We know that Patrick is really trying to take care of himself, trying to get himself together. I'm a work in progress. I mean, I get going. I get excited about it. But, you know, I don't always do what I'm supposed to do. And I know that Patrick is on it. We got you at T Clinics with Jeff over there. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing there at T Clinics.
Shout out to Jeff Delaney, T Clinics. About a month on the program. Got a good workout in yesterday with my guy Kevin. So we're getting in shape. We're making men healthy again. We're making America healthy again. So big shout out to our guy Jeff Delaney, T Clinics USA, where Patrick Dearborn's at this morning. Pat, if you're still at T Clinics this morning, do a little video, do a little shout out from T Clinics.
Pat's all keyed up, man.
I'm trying to get like Pat Dearborn, you know? I'm trying to get those Pat Dearborn muscles. Well, let's go.
Let's go.
Next question.
And then don't forget Paradise Lights holiday and outdoor lighting. This is not just for the holiday. It's for all year round. And we do have some really cool pictures. I want to pop up here real quick. Dr. Lois Bolin, who joins us every Friday. She has just got her house done. And it's like,
it's some footage
beautiful. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, great job.
I do actually got a really neat picture. Look what they did to her backyard. And if you know Lois, she's very patriotic, so this fits her.
It's very patriotic. Also looks like you got a little South Beach vibe going on there.
Yes.
I want to go to Lois's house for root beer.
Yeah, no, that's good. And then
looks nice.
Yeah, and then also you can go with different. What's great about it is you can change the colors of the lights. You can do a lot of things. I did get some pictures of the backyard, which is coming along very well. But yeah, so a big shout out to our wonderful sponsor, Paradise Lights, Corey Adams. We love it. Give him a call. He's got a big veterans giveaway coming up. So, Corey, if you're listening, please jump on and we'll get you
up to $5,000 in custom lighting, right?
Yeah, $5,000 to a deserving vet, and we got a lot of people jumping on.
Get Corey
today.
hooked up with Mission Barbecue too.
Yeah, no, that's great. And obviously, anything we can do to help our veterans and keep that going is
absolutely
always good. And for those of you that watch and tune in, we have a great game. And this one says music trivia, but I think we got to clarify. It's from 1995 and up. Somebody who plays in the NFL. Patrick can tell you what college he played for. Okay, so please go ahead in the comments, throw it up there. Let us know if you think you can beat Pat Gyra. you get a free shooting session at the Alamo Range. And so the Alamo Range, as you know, is a great place to go. You get one free shooting session. And I think Nick, Big Nick, we need to get him his gift card to go. Yeah, so
I
he
don't
gets.
know. That was kind of
I think
asterisk.
did he have one that was a mulligan?
He did. The guy barely played in the NFL. I think it was a high school buddy, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll get you a shirt or a gift certificate.
They're super good over there at the Alamo, so I'm sure they'll be happy to have you there one time. So.
1,000% first class facility.
Yeah, no, it's great over there. Trying to think of what else for the Alamo, but yeah, go ahead and try to stump Pat, and if you can, you'll get your little win. So
get your shirt or a free shooting session.
That's always a good thing to get a
1,000%
free shooting session over there. Let's talk a little bit about stories. We kind of beat up the bear thing, but give us a call. Let us know. Remember, you can call in now and talk a little bit about any of the stories that you see on here. And obviously, you can go ahead and dump a comment in.
Or call.
Yeah, call, yeah. And the phone number, I'm going to go ahead and put the phone number up in the comments. Did you put it up already, Pat?
I did.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and do it again. 239-330-4313. Bam. We'll put it up in the comments. 239 Live on YouTube and on Facebook. Are we coming in good? Okay on Facebook?
Looks like it.
Make sure we're coming in good on Facebook.
Haven't heard any.
But we really want to hear about what you think about the Bears and the Bears attack. And what would you do if a bear came around you?
Would you run or would you stay still like the young lady did at that park?
Yeah, that was crazy, right? For those of you who didn't see it, I'm going to go.
Yeah,
I want to bring this back up again because this was kind of like a shocking video.
I have a feeling
Yeah.
That she's come across a bear or two in her day. She
Yeah,
probably lives out in Alaska and
girls-
goes out nature walking, so it wasn't her first contact with a bear.
Yeah, so I want to go ahead. I want to play this for you guys because if you haven't seen this one, this is amazing. This bear comes up on her, and what you're supposed to do is stand still, behave yourself, and the bear will leave you alone. But let's go ahead and watch this real quick. This is pretty amazing. The bear's like giving like the hug.
I like how the other
girls are like, holy crap, what do I do?
One just is looking in the bush like a mannequin, like nothing's going on. It's crazy.
But I think if you were to take off and run right now, that bear would just
panic.
Bear would freak. Look at this though. Watch her. She'll take her cell phone out and take a selfie here in just a minute, which is crazy.
Which is the most natural thing.
Which is crazy. Watch. She's getting her phone ready. She's actually getting her phone keyed up.
Probably her first thought, this would make a great selfie.
Right? Watch when the bear comes back. She's got her phone in her hand, ready to take a picture. This is like crazy. Little nudge. Little nudge.
Tap.
Okay, she said, I'm not going to do the selfie now. And then she's like, okay, I'm going to tiptoe out of this one.
I'm getting out of here.
But no, it's wild, man. It's wild. Like to sit there and, I mean, your heart's got to be jumping out of your throat.
I mean, when I saw that bear, I freaking panicked.
Yeah.
I took off. I did my Deion Sanders.
Mama comes in trying to get you. OJ
Simpson.
Mama's coming in trying to get you. Thanks,
Terrible.
G-God. Thank you. We appreciate you jumping on. Let's stump Patrick.
That's what comes to mind as a football player, Mom. O.J. Simpson. USC.
I
won a
love it.
Heisman at USC.
USC.
University of Southern California.
Yeah, there you go. Is that what that is? USC?
Yeah,
How about it could be South Carolina?
It could be.
Yeah,
it could be.
go.
There's two USCs.
Yeah.
So I had to clarify that so no one, comes back and you didn't clarify which
Well,
USC.
You got to take your mom shooting, so you probably do that anyway, right?
My mom owns a pistola.
Oh, well, and I believe it because I'm sure she doesn't mess around.
No.
You're a well-behaved boy, so I'm sure she doesn't mess around.
I'm trying.
Yeah, you're trying really hard. That's good. But yeah, so a little bit about the Bears.
Not the Chicago Bears,
Chicago Bears,
who used to be an NFL team back in the day. No disrespect,
used to be a little bit of NFL. Now, this is an interesting story. Let's talk about this one.
Speaking of animals,
woman rescues goat from alligator in the backyard. Now, in your mind, what's more scary, a bear or a gator?
In my mind, I know this may sound crazy, a bear.
No, I think so too, because
Yeah.
a bear can run your butt down.
And
Gator,
so strong,
about
and
15 yards.
Yeah, and gator
you're good.
usually, I think you have to be in the water. Not saying all the time, but if you're on land, I don't think a gator is more inclined to mess with you. But this goes back: would you save your furry friend from a wildlife animal? And this lady has no problem saving her goat, which we just got knocked off. No,
I think we're back. I think we got knocked off for a second, but I think we're back.
Okay.
So, yeah, we got knocked out.
Little technical difficulties.
Yeah, but it's still going live.
Still going live.
Hang with us, everybody. If you get knocked out, come back on.
Let's make sure.
Good morning, Corey. We just did your your pictures. Wonderful job with Dr. Lois Bowen's house and Wayne Smith's house.
Great job there, Corey.
Wonderful place.
Not only the patriotic theme, but got a little South Beach vibe going on.
Yeah,
great job. Paradise Lights does a great job.
Yeah, Paradise Lights, like you said, they do a great job, and they got some big things coming up for
veterans.
The veterans. So
Kevin Wilkinson coming in hot.
Yeah, we got
speaking of South Beach style, Kevin Wilkinson coming in hot. What's up, Kev?
Kev's coming into the studio hot.
I didn't want any dunking. I'm good, buddy.
Yeah,
Thanks.
don't worry. We didn't want to do
good.
it. Let's talk a little bit about this story. A Collier County farm plans on opening a goat yoga business have been on hold due to a surprising threat of lurking in their pond. Sarah Pershing, the owner of Funny Bunches and Goats Yoga, has lived at her home since 2011, floated in her pond without any issues until recently. Last week, a distressing incident occurred when her goat died and another one lost its leg, basically. So this lady saved the goat from the alligator. So again, another person saving their pet from getting eaten up. So that's a good thing.
I think we got knocked off the live. We're not coming in, Kevin? No?
Where are we not coming in?
On Facebook.
We're not coming in on Facebook? Oh, no, that's not good. How'd we get knocked off? We got knocked off. Okay, let's see if we can.
Too much bear talk.
Let's see. Let me see if we can jump back on again. Let me see.
We're still